AK Marv produced it. AK Marv produced it.
Hi everyone. Hi. Good. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. How's everyone doing? How is everyone doing? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. 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 Um, Please just do me a favor by clicking the share button and inviting somebody. We're not going to take long. This is just a quick one. I just need to, you know, introduce something that is very, very important. Something that I think you all should know and be aware of and be part of. Can't just be talking the talk and we're not looking for stuff that would, you know, better our life. you know. Welcome. How is everyone doing? How is your week been? Today is Thursday, right? Yeah, so we are navigating the weekend. Let's chill. And then I want violence on Wale. No violence today. You guys should calm down. Calm down, get the gun. Yes, how's everyone doing? Shout out to all our viewers on Instagram. We're trying to build a strength over time, and I'm so excited to those of you who are now joining us. Hi, Instagram. How's everyone doing? Shout out to all our friends on YouTube. YouTube viewers, you guys are the best. YouTube, our YouTube page is growing sporadically, and I'm excited. I'm excited. If you are not yet following us on YouTube, you are an enemy of progress. Okay, follow that YouTube page now. If you don't want us to have problem. And surprisingly, our viewers on Twitter, when I saw some messages from Twitter, I'm like, what? I actually went online on Google to just search for something, and it was just popping out our videos on Twitter, and I'm like, yeah, I think the thing is spreading so wide that that name we're talking initiative now is registered with Google by itself because I didn't do nothing to it. I just put it on Google now. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta behave myself now. I don't even feel safe. Ah, all right. Bamidele Mega, boss said you are a bully. Bully. I'm a bully to the David by you are a bully. And no, a them. I will mess up your name. Don't worry. I don't know how to pronounce those botanical names. Sorry, pardon me. I'm an Edo man, but I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's been a while I've seen you. How you doing? Yeah, quick one. I want to. I feel like at this point, yeah, we should just channel the energy to things that are substantial, right? While we are catching crews and I mean, so many things, man. So many things. I don't feel comfortable today. I won't lie to you. But unfortunately, the critics and the one that is being criticized and those like everybody is just wrong. And I just wish we can just do the right thing. I wish that we can just do the right thing. But till Jesus will come, we will not be able to do the right thing. Or people will not do the right thing. So it is you who can choose to do the right thing. I really wish that as individual, maybe we can come from that standpoint. As individual, I'll be careless you are a bully. I'm a man that I ain't bullying. They will be bullying somebody on his own show. This is my show. Stop bullying me. At this point, I think we should start thinking of something that let's talk things that are productive. You don't understand? Yes. Let's begin to converge and discuss things that are productive, things that can work for us. One of the essentials of life, like as a matter of fact, it is they consider it the prerogative to success. To some people, is shelter. I'm talking to everybody, but most importantly to those of us who are living abroad. And for me, I am super excited that I'm ready to work with anybody on my platform to make sure that this part of life becomes an achievable result, an achievable goal. I've been praying that prayer since for a while, for a couple of weeks for you now. That this year, you will live this year with something tangible, something significant, something significant. It is high time that we begin to use our platform for something sensible. This is an initiative that I am very, very proud to be proud of, and I want to, introduce to you. I have a guest in the house today that will be sharing with us. But before I proceed, please, ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you. I know there's a whole lot of housing project and land sale. Everybody is a land seller now. Everybody they sell land. Everybody they sell land. Every unemployed youth in Nigeria now say they sell land, they sell property. And it's just common sense. Every property company can just give it to you. Go there, you say you want to sell, you have a selling power. They give you the right to go and market. And then they give you commission. So it's not a job. But I know so many people that have land that don't have a house. Until the man be any sort of land there. In fact, I have a friend now that is already having a dispute over the land she bought years back. And it's only Jesus that would help her sort that part. Because now they are relocating her from the island to Abeokuta. How can somebody buy a land on the island? And they say, well, you don't have that anymore, or you have to pay like 3 times more than what they bargained for, or else we'll go and give you another one in Abeokuta. It's sickening, it's disturbing. So, for me personally, if you don't have money to develop a land, there's no point buying a land and leave it fallow in the Nigeria of today. So I really think that we should think of something that is achievable, something that we can put a finger on. So I've been careful, I'm very careful because my integrity is a line. I bring to us a project. Now, let me say this, that it is not just enough. What is exciting me over this project is not that God will help me to motivate you, give you the right energy and the right information for you to own your own property in Nigeria, in that Lagos. Somebody said, consider the island. Oh, low, no. Oh, low. To buy low, ilẹ̀ máa jáde. You understand? Oh, low. My desire is that let us come and feel success, come and feel contest. I said it the other time that you have to win through action, not arguments. Let your success win the argument on your behalf. And that is my desire. I want people on this platform breaking limits. After this one, there's another thing I'm trying to work on now. Next month, by the grace of God, I want to set this platform to begin to do like a career development. I want to inform you on certain things you can do. There are trainings you can do that doesn't require a bachelor's degree for those who don't have it back home. There are jobs you can. There are little trainings you can do for 6 weeks, and you can begin to be a 6-figure earner in this same America, or whether you are in the UK, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. There are basic things. There are things, just equip yourself. And I will give you the right resources, the right contacts, just to make sure that in the next 2 years, there will be financially independent people on this platform that are big boys. You're talking about I want to make sure that one day I will just be doing my birthday and my fans on this platform will just vex, give me a Mercedes as a car gift. That's my vision. And you know why? I want to make sure that you are successful, you are doing well in life. Now, the act of success starts from the intention to succeed. You understand? Win. Somebody said, volume, you can't hear me? Facebook people have started. Instagram, can you hear me? Facebook, is it the air conditioner or is it me? It's hot here, man. I can't turn off this AC. Let me see, what can I do? Let me make use of this, but you guys will say again. Now, can you hear me? Does it sound good now? Okay, thank you. Can you guys hear me now? I'm not sure what went on with the. Okay, all right. YouTube said they can hear me now. Facebook, say I think, but Princess Ade, is it good now? All right. Thank you for the feedback. At least it helps us. I won't just be talking. All right, let me introduce to you Quantum Brick Estate in a little short clip that we are going to see. I'm going to play a couple of it, and then I'll bring in our guests. We don't like better thing. Don't bother about this one. This has no audio, okay?
I'm introducing to you Quantum Brick Estate in Igbobo, Ikorodu. Here we have Nigeria's first 100% green estate. We are 100% green estate because we build with bricks and we're not connected to NEPA in any way. As you can see, we used natural materials for all our construction. This is brick made with earth materials. It is fireproof, bulletproof, and it's 3 times stronger than the conventional brick you see out there. You can actually check this out. So you can see how strong it is. Here we have a typical 2-bedroom apartment. Here, you're welcome. So this is the living room, very minimal for a family of 3. Enough space for you and your family. What else do you have for? And we have a living room, kitchen. All apartments come with pre-installed appliances. So this is what you expect when you buy into our estate. We have pre-installed gas cooker, heat extractors, microwave oven, and a refrigerator. This, you can see yourself, you have everything you need in your house right here. This is an air conditioner for this living room. So it's out both this room, and if you check all the bedrooms are well all air conditioned. So let's go upstairs. You expect to have these small lounge and lobby that leads to both bedrooms. So we'll have, as you can see, minimal, but at least you have everything you want here. So what else could you ask for? You have an air conditioner, a closet. I mean, this is the conveniences, the toilet. Yeah, so this is the second bedroom. Enough space for you. I mean, conducive, cool, even without the air conditioner on. And this is a very hot afternoon in Lagos. See how cool we are. This is the terrace attached to the master bedroom. So you have a view of the whole community from here. Welcome to Quantum Brick Estate, Ibejuleki, the proposed site of Quantum Brick Estate Phase 2, Ibejuleki, a product of Harvey Homes and Properties Nigeria Limited. Quantum Brick Estate is Nigerian first 100% off-grid apartment. Off-grid, that means you're not connected to NEPA, you're not connected to any form of public utilities. We're a 5-minute drive from Lapway Golf Course and 15 minutes drive from the Lapway Refinery. All apartment comes with pre-installed appliances. All our buildings are built with bricks. So all our houses are available for instrumental payments over the period of 24 months, which you can pay 25% first payment and followed by 25% again on next 6 months. Over the period of 24 months, we expect to cover all your payments plan and then take possession of this apartment.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure. Now, I want you to be attentive. How do you feel if you are living in a property, an estate in Lagos where you don't have to worry about NEPA? Now, not only that, you don't have to run a generator. Living in Lagos, you don't have to, worry about NEPA. You don't need a generator, and you are going to have uninterrupted 100% electric supply that is fully generated within. And that's the beauty of it is, this is a green environment, 100% green life. You are free from all form of, all this pollution. We're worried about global warming right now. So any right thinker should be worried and then embrace an idea like this. This is something that we've never seen anything like this before. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it is my pleasure to bring to join me here Mr. Biodun Akiemi, the brain behind this whole idea. He's right here with us. Mr. Biodun, good evening. Good evening.
Yes, hello, Victor. Good evening to you. And viewers, welcome on board.
Wow. Quantum Brick Estate. When I have to read all of this, it's so much to read from, it's so much to be aware of, it's so much it's an idea that I have to ponder over and over, and I'm like, how did you even think of it? Like, what is the vision behind this? What brought this idea into your mind? To have in Nigeria at this moment a house, it's like you are living abroad in Nigeria. How did you come about this idea of Quantum Brick Estate?
Thanks for the question. Sincerely, the idea came to be when I initially wanted to build a home back home in Nigeria, just to have something to fall back to. Just like every one of us that are in diaspora, we all desire and wish to have a home we call ours in Nigeria. Then I wanted to basically build something small for starters, so I could have a place perhaps to lay my head anytime I visit home. Then I discovered the cost of building a house back home was actually very expensive, even for me that is actually living abroad. So that got me thinking, and I was like, why is it so expensive to build a home back home in Nigeria? And I started looking at the different components of building houses, and one thing that struck me is the cost of cement. Obviously, the cost of cement is a major factor in building houses in the country. In fact, you need the cement to produce the blocks. You need the cement to join the block together in terms of mortar. You also need the cement to plaster the home in and out of the walls. So this basically triggered something in me. I was like, okay, if the cost of cement is the issue, how about, even if we can't eliminate the cost of cement, how about we try to reduce the amount of cement required to build homes? And that is actually when the idea of a brick house came rushing at me. And I said, wow, okay. So what if we're able to build, to build our houses with bricks rather than cement? Sorry, rather than regular
Block,
sandcrete block.
the conventional
Yeah.
block.
So, yes, so we'll have succeeded in actually reducing the cost of the home by a certain factor. And that's actually what how we basically delved into real estate in the first place. And we started actually out as a brick company trying to bring what we call interlocking bricks. It's not the conventional brick, because we have to be very clear there are different types of brick out there. So there are bricks that still require mortar to join them, but our bricks doesn't require mortar to join them. It's interlocking, almost like the Lego games that kids play with. They stack on each other very easily, which makes the construction faster and actually easier. So basically, that we felt will actually have resulted in a drastic reduction in the cost of construction. So that is number one problem solved. The cost of construction of an average home has been brought down by a certain factor, and we worked that factor out to about 30% at the time. So 30%, using our bricks, you actually save in building an average home. That was the first factor. Then the other factor was, obviously, there are incessant building collapses in the country. There are a lot of lives lost because the block producers are trying to increase their profitability. In the process, they are basically trying to reduce the amount of cement, which is a factor in the amount of cement in their blocks, which has invariably led to a lot of building collapses. And because of the strength that comes with the bricks, it has natural properties of fireproof, soundproof, bulletproof, even thermally efficient. You saw in the video, the guy was saying, this is Lagos, it's very hot, and without the AC, the house is very cool. Those are the advantages that the brick house actually brings. So that is actually how Abbey Homes stumbled into real estate, basically. So we started from bringing a solution to solve the incessant building collapses, the cost of construction. We achieved those two issues or conditions by actually bringing our interlocking bricks into the market. Then the next thing that now happens is, okay, now we've solved those two problems. What are the other prevailing problems? So maybe because I have a scientific background, so my ideas are basically trying to identify problems and profiling potential solutions to them. It's a known factor in Nigeria that our power supply is almost non-existent. It's epileptic, and even when it's available, it is very expensive. For the numbers of hours that it's being provided for. And so, as a company, we felt, hold on a minute, we could actually solve this problem if only we are very intuitive and very deep-rooted in our thinking. And that's actually where the idea of sustainability comes in. That what if we're able to actually power our homes without needing generator or even depending on NEPA, which is almost non-existent? And that's actually where the idea of powering our homes through renewable sources comes in. And indeed, the beauty of this is it's actually a solution that is already out there in the global world. We just need to harness it. Nature has been very kind to man. Nature has been so wonderful to us that it has provided us a lot of solutions. You have power from the sun, you have from the wind, you have from water, you have from, there are just so many nature sources that we can actually derive power from. So all we have to do as a company is to marry all of these sources together and integrate it in an hybrid format and use this to actually power our homes. And this is actually what gets back to our estate model. So we are basically presenting an integrated solution to home challenges. And let's not also forget that we have over 21 million housing deficit in Nigeria as a country. So which means there is an amount of opportunities out there for us to actually present our solution to solve most of these problems. And majorly also to bridge the gap between the very rich and an average family. So we basically enter the market with our housing product to match what is already obtainable in terms of cost of housing in the country. So it's not like, despite we're providing all of these solutions, that maybe our houses are going to be a lot more expensive. No, it is actually within the same frame that's obtained with the market. However, we are providing all of these solutions within the price limits.
Now, I mean, you mentioned the other time that you are a scientist, and that explains the whole lot of things. Now, the so many fantastic things about this estate. So many fantastic things. Let's start from, because we tell anybody about, buying a house, the first thing that strikes their mind is cost. I don't know anybody who don't want to own a house. I don't know that person, but they want to talk about costs. And it seems as if, to a very large extent, this project has gotten rid of that. And then talk about energy. That's the biggest problem in Nigeria. As far as for me, any government that cannot fix energy in Nigeria is a failed government. And I don't even know how they are going to ever fix it. It's crazy. Now, having an estate that would be 100% energy efficient without depending on NEPA or the stress of generator is heaven. Is heaven. One of my fear in going back home, I was planning to visit Nigeria, this year, and one of my stresses, will people not, because I've not been back, I've not been to Nigeria since I've been here, because I don't want to. There's nothing like, what am I going to do? Nothing. But I want to visit. Actually, my mother is having a birthday this year, and I was like, I will go for that. I will do a birthday and spend a couple of time home. But my biggest fear is, will they not be seeing me as forming Americana? Because I know they don't have electricity. Me, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. I can't survive without electricity. Now, they want to impress me. When I was planning to go last year, I bought a new big generator for my mother and all of those things. So they want to impress me. Let's say they now get enough fuel and they're going to give me generator. I will still be very, very uncomfortable to sleep in the house or to stay in the house with those. When last did you think I've had such? I don't know. I'm going to deal with it. Now, I will be forcing and complaining, and they will be seeing it as if, because Nigerians who live in Nigeria, they don't understand that. They don't see anything wrong in it. In fact, it's pleasure when you have generator blowing and probably switch to inverter energy and all of that. We lost him, but I hope I get him back. So those are one of my concerns. Hey, how do we Okay, yeah, thank God you're back. And so, having a property that will be fully percent energy efficient without depending on generator and NEPA is it that's it for me. That's it for me. And then you see, I know that so many Nigerians are not in tune to global warming, probably, but it's something that any right thinking should be giving a consideration to now. Now, a community that will be free of environmental pollution is everything. Now, what is the scientific solution? Like, how did you come about this energy, solving this energy problem? Because for me, that's everything. That I'm going to be in a community that is fully percent self-sufficient energy in a fully furnished house like that. How did you come about this? How is the energy going to be generated? Basically, that's because I know that that's what everybody want to know. Okay, we're not going to use NEPA. We're not going to use. Then I was speaking with somebody before I get on the show, and it was like, oh, so the house, the property is going to be on solar energy. I'm like, well, no. it's more than that. Yeah. So it's how is the energy generated? That's the part that is for me. That is the part. Explain to us, because now when I look at those things, he said it's going to generated from waste. Like how? Some of us, we don't know science, and that's a selling point for this property. In a house like that, how do we generate this energy and how effective it is?
Okay, so I'm going to answer the question in a stylish manner because it's actually the trick behind the whole idea. So, but I will plead with you to basically come along with me, but I'm not going to be revealing so much, but I'll reveal enough for you to be convinced. Okay. So let's put it this way. Globally, there are energy solutions around the world, and that's actually where the research came in to be. There are energy solutions around the world. There are a lot of off-grid solutions around the world. It is just for us to bring these solutions together and integrate it into our home, which is exactly what we did. There are a lot of people living off-grid, even in the US, even in Canada. There are a lot of people actually that lives off-grid 100%. So there are ways that they've actually been living off-grid successfully. And it's actually that idea that we basically marry together to be able to implement this back home. Yes, it is expensive, but we are actually able to manage as a company to bring the cost down to make it fully functional in our home. But one thing we can promise is this. Part of our research that we did was the fact that we found out that an average home in the US and Canada, or perhaps in the West, an average family uses about 30 kilowatt hours of energy per day. Despite the fact that our power doesn't go off in this part of the world, yet we don't use more than 30 kilowatt hours to either heat the house, to actually cook and power the homes, charge our electric cars and the rest of it. It's usually averaging around 30 kilowatt hours per day. Also, the research also indicated that an average home in Nigeria, even with the epileptic power supplies from NEPA, combining with inverter, combining with generator, they still hover around 25 kilowatt hours per day. So, but we as a company, the model of our home and our estate is such that we are going to be providing 48 kilowatt hours of battery bank per day. And because it's going to be powered by nature, so what it means is, even if you use up your power bank today, you are certain, you are rest assured that by the time you wake up tomorrow morning, your battery bank will be fully recharged because it's coming back from nature. As long as nature continues to be what nature is, you have power in your home. That is the trick. It's almost like you have, just like your cell phone. You use your cell phone, you have to recharge it. And when you recharge your cell phone, it's fully powered up again. You don't have to charge it while you're using it. It's just something in that light. I don't know if that if I'm able to answer your question in that regard.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, 48 kilowatt hours of energy per day of battery bank is what you are guaranteed.
Directly from nature.
From nature. And it's going to be recharged every day. And it's actually a lot more redundancy than you actually get back home right now. Enough more redundancy than you actually require even in the West, where power doesn't go off. You require 30 kilowatt hours, we are giving you 48. So you have a lot more than enough. Yes. And this solution actually saves you from
18 extra.
Exactly. So just more than enough redundancy for you to actually be rest assured. And you also have to remember that we are also saving you from pollution, from generator fume, from generator noise, and all of those issues is basically taken away. So our estate is going to be like a green environment. We're almost like creating a green bubble, such that as long as you are within the green bubble within our estate, you are within a green space that is away from noise pollution, except if the noise pollution is coming from your home theater loudspeaker. But definitely it will be coming from generator. Yeah, so it's something like that. So that is what our estate is actually planning to present. And we have already built a show home. So just so that we are not just living in the future, we have already built a show home, which you saw in that video as well. A show home has been built in Ikorodu, and it is fully functional since December that we built it. So it's not like we are just, living the dreams or thinking ahead of ourselves. It's already built and it's fully functional. And anybody that's interested is welcome to actually pay it a visit and actually see how things are fully working. So you saw the guy talking about the fact that everything is working and it's not powered by generator, not one bit, and it's not connected to NEPA.
That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. Amazing. Let us look at this brick idea. I think there's a video that they were brick. Let me play that again. Now, that is like a little demonstration with the brick compared to the conventional, block that we have in Nigeria, like what everybody use. Now, this brick is said to be, first of all, energy efficient on its own, and then it's bulletproof. It is fireproof. In Lagos of today, that's like having a house with an insurance on it. That's like having a house with an insurance. Now, now keep your questions coming so that we can take your you can take your questions. Now, the Blackwell project. I know the one we saw is being built. It's presently built, completed in Ikorodu. The one, those of us who joined late might probably not see it. I will probably roll it again so that you can see it. Now, the Blackwell home, the Blackwell project is right now what we're selling. And tell us about that. How did we end up in Blackwell, Ikorodu, and all of that?
Okay, thanks for the question. So basically, when we batted this idea of the full estate model, and our full estate model implies 100% off-grid homes and estates, most electrical appliances pre-installed, most lightings pre-installed. We also have what's it called now? We have within the estate, we have communal services such as gym, swimming pool, ball court, children playground, grocery store. Basically, everything you can actually function within a small community. It's like a small community on its own. That is our estate model. So initial idea was to actually build it in Ikorodu, and we started by building the show home. So the idea was, okay, if we say this is possible, I'm sure a lot of people will say, how? And if we continue to try to explain, some may believe us, some may not believe us. So it's actually like something very technical. Yeah. So until they see something that is fully built and fully functional, and that's why before we even came out to market at all, we indeed went ahead to build the show home to completion and to make it fully functional so that we are actually living what we're actually preaching. So we concluded that in Ikorodu, and the initial estate, which is the phase one, Quantum Brick Estate phase one, is actually in Igbogbo. It's Igbogbo, Ikorodu. Yeah, so the initial phase one estate is actually meant to be at Ikorodu in Igbogbo, and that's actually where we built the show home. So after completing the show home, fully functional, we went ahead to start marketing. And then we got a lot of positive feedback that, wow, this is a fantastic idea if it is possible. And we told them, forget the if, it is possible. You just have to visit our show home and see it for yourself. So a lot of people actually visited the show home, and they were actually impressed and they were shocked to their marrow that, wow, so is this possible, like living the future today? Yes, but the only clause that they had, a lot of, like over 90% of the people that heard about our products, the only clause they had was they wish the location of the estate was in the Ajah-Lekki axis. And it's actually a logical request, really, because that's the new Lagos. That's where a lot of government investment and development is actually going on right now in the free trade zone axis, the Dangote refineries, the Lekki deep sea ports, the Kellogg's, and so many other industry happening in all of those axes, and also a lot of massive road network and even the Fort Mainland and the rest of, so it makes sense to actually have made that request. So because we're a company that actually listens and we take feedback of our potential customers or customers very seriously, so we basically rolled back our plan on the Igbogbo development and went ahead to secure plots of land, in fact, acres of land in Lakwe, and that's how we went to actually secure a landed property in Lakwe, so we can basically replicate exactly the same model that we planned for Ikorodu now in Lakwe, which is a prime location for most real estate development right now. And to actually put icing on the cake, the Lakwe location is actually a beachfront location, so it's just about 200 meters away from the beach. And along in the middle of it, you actually have the popular coastal road, the coastal road that is supposedly the alternative route to if you are trying to avoid paying toll gates at the different toll gates along the toll plazas along the Lekki axis. Yeah, so the alternative route is actually the coastal road, which is linking I think right behind Eco Hotel all the way to Ondo State, passing in front of Dangote Refinery and the Free Trade Zone.
From Eco Hotel
yes,
to Ondo State?
That's right. Wow. That is the plan. And if you go to Google Map right now and zoom out of it, you actually see that road. And for information, is an open information right now that the Ondo State government, through NDDC project, have actually started a construction of a 19.2 billion naira road. That same road, that same coastal road. They started the Ondo end of the construction. And Dangote Refinery, or Dangote have started his own construction, I think about 8 lane from front of Dangote Refinery. And that road is coming all the way back to Lekki. I mean, sorry, back to VI. And it's going to be linking, it's going to pass right in front of the estate, all the way back to VI. So it's a futuristic road, but it's a sandy road right now, Sandfield Road. It's motorable with a four-wheeler, but obviously that can be improved over time. But I can assure you that Dangote Refinery is already, Dangote is already constructing their own end of the 8-lane highway, which will pass in front of the estate. So that's the location, and it's just about 3 minutes to the Lakwe Golf Course, the popular Lakwe Golf Course, and a minute drive to Lakwe Beach Resort, and 8-minute drive to the popular Eleko Junction and stuff like that. So it's in a very prime location.
Prime area. Now,
yes,
we're going to talk more about the potentials of this location. You know, having a quality house like this in such an area. Because you see, when we discussed it, you mentioned so many things to me that was driving me crazy, man. You know, the potential and the visibility of what is going to happen in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years. We're going to go into that. But, you know, for the purpose of those who are just joining us, let us roll and see the show building, you know, what do you call it now? Prototype of what the show home of what you're buying is this. And it comes in 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom, right?
I'm introducing to you Quantum Brick Estate in Bobo Ikorodu. Here we have Nigeria's first 100% green estate. We have 100% green estate because we build with bricks and we're not connected to NEPA in any way. As you can see, we used natural materials for all our construction. This is brick made with earth materials. It is fireproof, bulletproof, and it's 3 times stronger than the conventional brick you see out there. You can actually check this out. So you can see how strong it is. Here we have a typical 2-bedroom apartment. Here, you're welcome. So this is the living room, very minimal for your family of 3. Enough space for you and your family. What else do you have for? And we have a living room, kitchen. All apartments come with pre-installed appliances. So this is what you expect when you buy into our estate. We have pre-installed gas cooker, heat extractors, microwave oven, and a refrigerator. This, you can see yourself, you have everything you need in your house right here. This is an air conditioner for this living room. So it's out both this room, and if you check all the bedrooms are well all air conditioned. So let's go upstairs. You expect to have these small lounge and lobby that leads to both bedrooms. So we'll have, as you can see, minimal, but at least you have everything you want here. So what else could you ask for? You have an air conditioner, a closet. I mean, this is the conveniences, the toilet. Yeah, so this is the second bedroom. Enough space for you. I mean, conducive, cool, even without the air conditioner on. And this is a very hot afternoon in Lagos. See how cool we are. This is the terrace attached to the master bedroom. So you have a view of the whole community from here. Welcome to Quantum Brick Estate, Ibejuleki, the proposed site of Quantum Brick Estate Phase 2, Ibejuleki, a product of Harvey Homes and Properties Nigeria Limited. Quantum Brick Estate is Nigeria's first 100% off-grid apartment. Off-grid, that means you're not connected to NEPA, you're not connected to any form of public utilities. We're a 5-minute drive from Lapway Golf Course and 15 minutes drive from the Lapway Refinery. All apartment comes with pre-installed appliances. All our buildings are built with bricks. So all our houses are available for instrumental payments over the period of 24 months, which you can pay 25% first payment and followed by 25% again on the next 6 months. Over the period of 24 months, you're expected to cover all your payments plan and then take possession of this apartment.
Tell me who don't like that. Yeah, who is it? I want to see that person that don't like that. Now, that is a beautiful estate, 100% green, 100% free from pollution, 100% generated powers, uninterrupted. You can be guaranteed that you have energy in Nigeria, electricity 24/7 in this property. All their supplies is self-generated: water, electricity, waste, sewage management. It's like you living now. You can take London to Nigeria. Now you can take America to Nigeria. That's exactly what they're replicating here. The possibility of having the luxury and the comfort you have in your home when you're abroad, back home. So many people are afraid of going home because, man, it just don't look like it. And people back home will just feel like you are forming because they don't understand what it feels. Now, people are already asking questions. What's the price? What's the price? What's the price? First of all, look at what's the value. And they say that when the price comes, you know that it's shaking money like this. That is even spread out in a way that could help you. Now, when I got to meet this company and we get to talk, the first thing is, after looking at this, I'm like, this is what everybody should have. And I spend a lot of time with Mr. Biodun, looking at, listen, how can we look at the cost and what can the company do? Something visible that everybody can, set a target and plug into, what people can plug into. That was my major concern, and good enough. The plan that is on ground is something that is doable, that is visible. But you see, before we get to pricing, now Lakwe Ibejuleki seems to be like the talk of the town right now in Lagos State. Seems to be like this is like the next in thing. And to so many people, especially those of us probably who are abroad, people who are in Lagos must have definitely begin to, they are not, it's not strange to them. They might probably know, but maybe just little people knows. Now, but to this Lakwe Bejuleki, that's where they have the new projects. It's like the next Dubai of Lagos coming up right there. What are the potentials? This property, this house, me now buying into this estate. What are the things that should be in the mind of any buyer owning a property in this place? What are the benefits and the potential that are coming here? Especially considering those who are buying, those who reside abroad and they just want to own a place there. I was speaking with a friend before I get online, and she was like, man, that's cool. I want to buy it. I want to talk to, my family, and we can own a place there. And it was already telling me, say we can use it for Airbnb if it's going to be in a choice area where people can buy, so that when we want to go home, we can have a home to stay. And yet, when we are not there, it can still generate revenue. What is the visibility, the possibility, and all the benefits, having a home in this location? Because, I spoke with somebody earlier again, it was like, where that's far. People have different opinions and all of that. I've been talking on a personal note to people about this project. So I just wanted to share with us, Lakwe Bejuleki, what's going on there right now?
Okay. Before I address the question, if you don't mind, if you permit me to quickly address one point you raised while you were, on your last few statements, which was about the waste management system. So that's actually also key to buttress the green environment that we are establishing in our estates. We are not just using the usual soak away pit kind of toilet in our estates. Whereby maybe every now and then you have to get all these trucks that will have to come and evacuate your waste after a few years. That's not the case. We are also converting our waste to energy and re-injecting it into the estate or into your homes, as the case may be. So basically, it's called a biodigester system. So it's a different kind of waste management system which converts the human and kitchen waste, converts it to gas and water, and the gas component of it is reinjected into the homes to supplement your gas needs. So that basically even reduces the cost of your gas, and while it's keeping your home and environment cleaner and healthier. So I just feel I should add that as well. This is just one amongst many other advantages that that our estate is actually bringing to the table, and why it's actually majorly green. Okay, so wow. I haven't talked about that. So let me now talk about the investment benefits, opportunities in the Lakwe axis. Yes, some people may say, oh, Lakwe is very far inwards into maybe far towards Ekpe axis, but actually you'll be shocked that those areas are all fully developed right now. Our estimation says Lakwe, even on the Google map, anybody that, if you have time, or if you have more than one appliance, you could do a quick Google search. Just go on Google and search for quantum brick estates, and it's going to take you straight away to the the Google location of the estate. And then you can zoom out and look at it on satellite imagery, and you can see the development in those axes. You see a lot of estates development are already in those axes. So the idea that it's actually far is totally out of the equation. And we also have to be aware that Lakwe is after Awoyaya, and Awoyaya is after Ogombo and Ibrahim Adesanya. Ibrahim Adesanya is after Aja. Now I'm walking you back to Lagos now. And Aja is after VGC. VGC is after Chevron. And then you come all the way back to Lekki Phase 1 and to the first toll gate. So all of these distances to Lakwe is about, like from the first toll gate to Lakwe is about 40 minutes drive right now. But we also have to be aware that the government is already expanding that road. It's part of the Fourth Mainland Bridge plan, as part of the feeder roads that would make the Fourth Mainland Bridge work. So they're expanding the road to about 8 lane right now, all the way to Ekpe. And they are right on it, I think, at Abijo to Ekpe right now. The construction is going on. Anybody in Lagos can confirm this to you. So 8 lane construction road is going on right now from Abijo to Ekpe. So that's one. Then I earlier explained about the 8 lane that is coming from Ondo, that Ondo State government under NDDC is already doing their construction. And Dangote is already constructing in front of his own refinery at the free trade zone, and they're going to come all the way back to Lekki, or to VI. So that already tells you that a massive project is going on in that axis. And where you have such a massive project, you expect a lot of investment opportunities in services, in so many things, service delivery, and the rest of it. So that's one. Then two, we also have to remember the amount of investment that the government, both federal and states, are actually investing in that axis. I was listening to the news today, and they mentioned that Dangote Refinery alone is actually $15 billion industry. That's the refinery alone is $15 billion. And the government are planning to actually buy 20. Yes, these are facts. And the government is trying to, NNPC is trying to buy 20% of it. That's how I got to know. So that's $15 billion industry, and it's actually the largest refinery in Africa, and I think either second or third largest in the world. So it's big, and that's Dangote refinery alone. And again, there are records that actually shows that the refinery is going to be producing or providing direct employment of 250,000 direct employment. That's high-end direct employment. So you can be sure of a lot of graduates, a lot of expatriates, both Nigerians and other nationalities coming back to actually work in that axis, and that's Dangote Refinery alone. Other companies in that axis is Kellogg's. Kellogg's just completed a 6 billion naira factory that is meant to produce their product cereals and the rest of it for the whole of the West African distribution, using the deep sea port that is currently being constructed. And let's be aware that Dangote Refinery is going to start operation before the end of 2021. And the deep sea port is estimated to start operation by end of 2022 to first quarter of 2023. And they are already over 50% completion. And the deep sea port alone is estimated to generate 170,000 direct employment. These are facts that you can quickly do a Google search and see for yourself online. So all these are facts and figures that are actually out there. So invariably, you are looking at direct employment in the axis of not less than 400,000 at the minimum. Okay. Now, these 400,000 guys, these 400,000 people will be working around the free trade zone axis, which is only 15 minutes drive away from our estate, along the straight line, the straight coastal road. So that is a direct drive rather than join the Lekki Ekpe Expressway through Eleko Junction. So you basically don't have to go through that axis, because right now those working in those axes are actually residing in areas like Abijo, Lakwe, Awoyaya, and they journey 30 minutes every day. And this is when they are not fully operational. Now imagine what they have to go through by the time those companies become fully operational. It means there's going to be a serious housing crisis and so many other service crises, obviously, in those axes. So is an area for huge potential investment for any will-be investors. So that's the real deal. And we estimate that out of the 400,000 what's it called, direct employment in those axes, at least 5% of them will be top senior or top management or expatriates who will be looking for a secured estate that their workers can actually reside. And that's where a company like ours comes in to provide such estate facilities to them for rentals. So we are estimating and projecting that we'll be having, what they call corporate rentals to our estate. So will-be investors should not, won't have to worry about how to rent out their apartment in our estate, because we expect that these companies will be approaching us to, for us to be able to help them house their senior staffs, expatriates, and the rest of the rest of their staffs that can afford to live in the kind of atmosphere that we're actually trying to create. And again, if you do a quick Google search as well, you discover that one or two buildings or in that axis, in the very close to refinery, is actually going for nothing less than 4 to 5 million per annum for a 3-bedroom. So these are facts, and the facts are out there.
This is what Google search got for me when I search for it.
Yeah. So these are facts, and the facts are out there. So the rental returns on our estate is enormous. And so now cap it all, that axis currently, if you look at it again on the Google map, you discover that it's all green area. Actually, the axis along the coastal area, most of them are green area. Only few communities, only few developments are in that axis, and that is simply because there is no electricity in that area. In fact, someone who visited the area to see the progress of development in the Lekki Free Trade Zone about a month and a half ago, and he stumbled into one or two of the communities, the Akodos of this world, and the community leaders told him that they've not seen NEPA light or PHCN light in the last 6 years. These are facts. It's also online. It's in the news. So what it also implies is they don't have electricity in that area. Most of the estate developers have already bought the land in those areas, and they've allocated it to potential investors. But now they are waiting. They can't develop because they are waiting for the government to bring power to the axis before they can develop their estate and tap into the government power. But we are not waiting as a company because we don't need government power to be able to go ahead with our estate. So we are basically way ahead of the game. So while others are waiting, maybe for another year or two for the government to provide power to the free trade zone area, we are basically just building away. So we are in a very prime position and prime location to actually welcome investors into this axis. And believe me, it's going to be a kill when it comes to investment value and rental value. And by the way, our estate pricing right now, if you compare it to a quick Google search again in the Lekki, the Lakwe axis, in the Awuyaya axis, for a service 3-bedroom off-plan sales, you discover that our pricing is actually even lower than what the market values are right now. In all fairness, these are facts and figures. Yeah.
I'm just looking for all of this stuff, and I'm searching for a whole lot of things here. Okun Ajah Road. Yes, this Google Map is just cutting it out for me everywhere. This is huge. This is huge. Now, all of these houses are fully in suit. Basic appliances. Right. Is that right, sir?
Yes, they are. They're basically included in the price. Most of the electrical appliances, like the refrigerator, the washing machine, the gas cooker, yeah, that's the That's the interior design. The gas cooker, the washing machine, the lightings. Most of the lightings are all pre-installed. Basically, everything you need to survive in your home, just like we have it here in the West. When you're moving into a new apartment, you basically have everything in your home already. That is the kind of home, the kind of home we're actually building and we are presenting in Lakwe. So basically, all we're expecting of our potential buyers is just pay for the estate or pay for your apartment and just move in with your sofa, really, just your sofa, your TV, and your bed. That's it, and you can actually, live your life in the homes without bringing or buying anything new. It's all pre-installed in the price.
I saw some stuff in the news. This is Guardian newspaper, and I saw this on Guardian. NDDC begins 19 billion coastal road projects.
That's what I talked about. And by the way, I said that I mentioned that the estate is not beach facing. Someone made that comment. It is beach front. It's 200 meters away from the beach. Just imagine what 200 meters is. And between the beach and our estate is a coastal road. So there is no other development between us and the beach.
Wow. So that's like,
so it's almost like a beach resort, like a retirement home.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this house definitely has a whole lot of commercial value.
Absolutely.
It has a whole lot of commercial value. A house in the beachfront, that's a resort.
Exactly.
That's like owning a house in the Bahamas.
Exactly.
Lekki Deep Sea Port. I'm just coming across so many stuff here, and it's just humbling. Wow. Now let's get to pricing. What are the pricing and the proposed payment structure and how people can be part of this? So many people have been excited. I've been reading comments, and will there be the opportunity to own at least a commercial property within the estate? Definitely. Why do you think right here is for you to own? Wait, yeah. Somebody say, welcome to Lagos, Miami. Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, pricing.
Yeah. So pricing is basically one of the reasons we came into the business in the first place. So like I explained earlier, we discovered that it's actually very expensive to build houses in Nigeria. And that's when we stumbled on the idea of using bricks and then trying to solve other problems. We came into the renewable world. And now that we have come into the market, we also, because we as a company, we want to be able to bridge the gap between the very rich and their lifestyle and the middle class who are actually struggling to enjoy a good life or a good lifestyle like they do. And because of my experience and exposure living abroad, I basically felt we should be able to bring in a kind of living standard that we enjoy here back home and still to be very affordable. And that's why we basically came into the market even at a lower market rate compared to what is obtainable within the same location right now. So we have two models. We have the 3-bedroom model, all en suite, by the way, and we have the 4-bedroom model. So the 3-bedroom model comes in terraces. So let's be very clear. The 3-bedroom model comes in terraces, while the 4-bedroom model comes in semi-detached. So the 3-bedroom that is in terraces is actually a block is 3 apartments. So the middle apartment in that block is 34 million naira off-plan price, while the 3-bedroom apartment at the edges of the single 3-bedroom block is actually 36 million, because Those that are at the edges, obviously, they have the better advantage of more space around their house compared to the guy that is in the middle. So that's that goes for 36 million. So 34, 36 for the 3-bedroom, depending on which location you are. Then for the 4-bedroom, it's basically 40 million naira because those are semi-detached. So both apartments basically have the same
The
spaces
same
around the
value.
house. Exactly. So it's 34, 36, 40 basically. And the payment plan is such that we allow for installment payments. That's 25% of the cost of whichever model that you are settling for is 25% of the cost every 6 months. So what this actually avails you is it gives you opportunity of reevaluating the progress that we have made on the estate development because you're going to be building them in phases. So you have seen development after your last payment before you make the next payment. And the construction period is 2 years. So you're looking at 4 installments before you take possession.
And from the first payment, you're already on the journey to owning these apartments. Now,
Absolutely.
Wow.
And if I may add, if I may also add, your investment is guaranteed. The moment you subscribe, you're going to be given contract terms and letters and all this stuff. All the documentations are going to be done. And if for whatever reason you want to discontinue your subscription, you can always transfer ownership to somebody else and sell it at the market rate at the time you are pulling out. So that's even an added an added opportunity for your investment out there. So we'll just be charging you about maybe 5% for administrative charges. So your investment is basically secured. Wow. That's what it means. Yeah. Wow. So you can always get your money back anytime. Yeah.
A fully furnished house, a fully furnished 4-bedroom, because I did a calculation now of 40 million. A fully furnished semi-detached house at $84,000. Whoa, like you can't beat that. Fully furnished, full energy, like somebody said, Lagos, Miami, for 84,000. Even a crack house in Baltimore City will cost more than that. Cost more than that. And this can be spread into 4 payments within the span of 2 years. And from the first payment, you already have your allocations, and you are just on your way to owning a choice home like this. Okay, well, I did 86. Somebody said 87. Yeah, well, 86.95. You're correct. $87,000 for the 3-bedroom tenant is between 60,000 and semi-detached is from 93,000. Is that in what is that, pounds or euro? Omotaya Abiola said I'm in. Like I'm in. I just want to see. I've been in. This you can't beat this. There's no way. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. You can't beat this. Now, let you guys bring your question in, and what else have I not covered? Like I'm just too excited, and I just think that this is something that I want to tell anybody that I really love to be part of. You don't have to live there. You are still, everybody's still busy doing their hustling abroad. You want to own something that you can fall back to, something you can fall back on, and this is the right one. I see so many people. That's what the people used to do those days. When you gather money in Lagos, you go and build a house in Eket and in one village. And from those days, how people go and build one mansion, one duplex in Isa and Auchi, where they will probably go once in a year. And then the house begin to break down due to lack of management and monitoring. At the end of the day, the house is locked down, it's not making any value. Worst case. Now, because of the house, when she go still kill you again. There's no point. Now, owning a property while you are still going about building your career wherever you are all over the world a house that can, you know, still generate an income for you. Somebody said, yeah, questions are coming in. Is a semi-detached on a plot or a half plot? Said is the semi on a plot or a half plot. Mr. Biodun?
Okay, so let me put it this way. So the whole estate is already demarcated based on the company design and plan. So I mean, different. If you look at the estate animation again, you see that there are some locations where you have the 4-bedroom, there's some locations where you have the 3-bedroom. So what I can tell you is this: it's not on half plot, neither is it on a full plot, but it is on an allocated plot. But not in terms of plots, but it's in terms of your space. So I can categorically tell you that the 3-bedroom that is in between is 120 square meter, while the one at the edge is 130 square meter, and the 4-bedroom is actually 160 square meter. And for the American ratings, I'll put it this way. So the 3-bedroom in the middle is 1,200 square footage, approximately. And the 3-bedroom on the edges is 1,300 square footage, while the 4-bedroom is 1,600 square footage. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody asked again, how much will the utility cost monthly and service charge? Buy the house.
Okay. So can I go ahead?
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to utilities and service charges, this is the interesting part of it. So now, because each apartment is not connected to NEPA or anything, so you are not paying. For starters, most estate developers, they charge you for infrastructural development. They charge you for meter installation or connection to PCN and all of those stuffs. We don't charge you for any of those because you basically control your own power. Each apartment controls its power. So the only thing that may bring in extra charges when you take possession, when the whole estate is fully operational, is just the cost of maintaining the communal facilities like the gym facility, swimming pool, ball courts, children playground. Even we're going to be having what's it called? We're going to having a day home, so that maybe if the parents goes to work and their kids are back from school, they can actually keep them in a day home till they get back in the evening. So all of those will have to be maintained.
Wow.
And also waste
Wow.
disposal. Yes.
Wow.
So all of those have to be maintained at a fee. But that fee we cannot determine right now because the economy keeps changing. Yes. But obviously those fees are going to be, absolutely affordable as compared to what is obtainable elsewhere.
Now, wait a minute. So this house, once I buy for 40 million, I am not paying NEPA bill or energy bill ever. Wow. Wow.
May I also add that while you're not paying NEPA bills or energy bills ever, all the facilities, all the components of the energy appliances that in fact all the installations that will be installed in your home are going to be basically they'll have manufacturer's warranties on them, which ranges from 1 year to a maximum of 10 years. So
wow.
All of those warranties are basically covered until when they start breaking down. So we're going to have a management arm of our company that will support the inhabitants if they need. They have 1 or 2 issues, if they need support, technical issues and stuff like that. To the extent that we can actually help you liaise with the manufacturers and either get replacement parts or the case may be, when it's still within the manufacturer's warranty period. And we all know that all of these things that have warranty periods, even though the warranty may have expired, it doesn't mean they will start breaking down. It just means if they break down, it become responsibility to fix them. I hope that that basically answered the question.
Yes. Now, what are
So,
the community amenities that I know you mentioned? You mentioned it a little bit the other time. Somebody was asking, "Are we going to be having gardens to play around and something like that?"
So the answer is yes. Yeah. So if you run the animation again, you actually see a garden. There's actually a playground. There's a playground. There's a ball court. There's a playground that is communal. There's a playground. There's a ball court. There is a swimming pool. There is a gym within the service block. Yeah, those are the communal. Facilities basically. So you have a gym. You have ball court. You have children playground. You have the day home as well.
Wow, this is fantastic. This is a proposed estate. Look at that. I love this. I really love this. Let me roll this. Now,
can you see the ball court there, and the gym and the swimming? I mean, the ball court, the swimming pool, and the playground.
Right. Nice.
And one other thing, if I may quickly chip in while this is rolling, I'm sure you can see there are some staircases at the around each of the apartments. Can you see some spiral staircase?
Yes.
That spiral staircase is to give access to the top deck, basically to give you an area view of the estate and like an area view of the beach. So you basically have access to the top of your deck, top of your balcony.
What?
So you can actually have a sit out. So you can basically have a sit out on your balcony, on the top of your balcony, and basically enjoy the view, the beach view and the estate view. That's what the staircase is for.
Like it's literally like they can sit on top of the house.
Yes, it's almost like a penthouse, but not a penthouse. So literally on top of the house, yes. And another thing is there are just so many things. Like if you look at this video again, this animation, I don't know if you spotted the fire hydrant.
Yeah, that's
so we're also providing fire hydrant in this estate. So that in case of fire outbreak, the estate will have the capacity at least to fight the fire and reduce the damage to a very large extent.
Instead of calling Panopana that will never show up.
Well, yes, something like that. So and along with the fire hydrant, we're also going to be installing a fire extinguisher per apartment. So each apartment will have a fire extinguisher included, and it all comes in the price.
Somebody said, where will this be located? This will be located in Lakwe, Ibeju. It's on the island. It's going to be on the island. Now what you've seen is the proposed, the animation video. But again, let me roll for one more time I think some people are just joining.
I'm introducing to Quantum Estate Igbobo Ikorodu. Here we have the Nigeria's first 100% green estate. We have 100% green estate because we build with bricks and we're not connected to NEPA in any way. As you can see, we used natural materials for all our construction. This is brick made with earth materials. It is fireproof, bulletproof, and it's 3 times stronger than the conventional brick you see out there. you can actually check this out. So let's see how strong it is. Here we have a typical 2-bedroom apartment. Here, you're welcome. So this is the living room, very minimal for a family of 3. Enough space for you and your family. What else do you have for? And we have a living room, kitchen. All apartments come with pre-installed appliances. So this is what you expect when you buy into our estate. We have pre-installed gas cooker, heat extractors, microwave oven, and a refrigerator. This, you can see yourself, you have everything you need in your house right here. This is an air conditioner for this living room. So it's out both this room, and if you check all the bedrooms are well all air conditioned. So let's go upstairs. You expect to have these small lounge and lobby that leads to both bedrooms. So here we have, as you can see, minimal, but at least you have everything you want here. So and what else could you ask for? You have an air conditioner, a closet. I mean, this is the conveniences, the toilet. Yeah, so this is the second bedroom. Enough space for you. I mean, conducive, cool, even without the air conditioner on. And this is a very hot afternoon in Lagos. See how cool we are. This is a terrace attached to the master bedroom. So you have a view of the whole community from here. Welcome to Quantum Brick Estate, Ibejuleki, the proposed site of Quantum Brick Estate Phase 2, Ibejuleki, a product of Harvey Homes and Properties Nigeria Limited. Quantum Brick Estate is Nigerian first 100% off-grid apartment. Off-grid, that means you're not connected to NEPA, you're not connected to any form of public utilities. We're a 5-minute drive from Lapway Golf Course and 15 minutes drive from the Lapway Refinery. All apartment comes with pre-installed appliances. All our buildings are built with bricks. So all our houses are available for instrumental payments over the period of 24 months, which you can pay 25% first payment and followed by 25% again on the next 6 months. Over the period of 24 months, it's better to cover all your payments plan and then take possession of this apartment.
No, I think somebody dropped a question that was really interesting. He said, hopefully solar doesn't misbehave one day that is not too sunny though. That's somebody's opinion. What do you say to that? I know.
Okay. So it's a very interesting question, but the answer is pretty straightforward. So we didn't say we are powering our estates or homes with solar. Let's not mix these things up. We are powering the homes with an hybrid source. Hybrid, in quotes. Hybrid simply means a combination of sources. I hope that is clear. So it means it is a combination of sources, not just one. I can confirm to you that solar is one of the sources, but it's not solar alone. Because this very question, we factor that in, and we have adequate solution for that in our home. Like I said, the show home is fully functional as a proof of concept. Anybody is welcome to actually visit there and see it for themselves. You saw the guy in the video jumping on the bed because he actually saw it for himself, and he felt really at home. And obviously we're in the rainy season, by the way, but the guy that went there like just last week. So don't worry about that. It's all factored in. It's all factored in.
So there is always a banking system for all solar energies used, and it comes with instructions for all solar energies that's over here. but there can be fluke in any system. Okay, somebody said price for a Korodu estate. Now the project that is going right now is the Lakwe estate, and that was because by the time they put price and quality, most people, like you said, want to prefer to be in Lakwe. So the Ikorodu estate right now is tentative. What they're working on right now is the one in Lakwe, which has more potential. Like you want to put 40 million on the projects in a span of 2 years. You want to make sure that in the next 5 years you can have a very tangible residual income or grow certain, a good economic value for you. And at the end of the day, the price will still not, the location will not determine the price. If the real estate will still come up, I don't think so, because what they're investing into this place now has nothing to do with the location. Oh, this one's it. Okay, yeah, so the bricks make it stand out because it's always cooler than block. Very good for Lagos and more years. Will it be permitted to plant a tree or two in front or back of my house? We have to think green all the way. Okay, well, this is for you, Mr. Abiodun.
Of course, trees and flowers are permitted, but it basically have to be, in consultation with the estate management, so that we don't build trees that would result in, they'll have taproot that will start uprooting buildings and then they become a safety hazard 10 years down the line. But of course, trees,
sure that trees
flowers and stuff
will have been planted, so we already have trees there. They're doing a lot of
exactly
work right now. So
yeah.
Well, that's the biggest question. Like, when people are excited, they said contact number business. How do we contact Quantum Homes?
So you could contact us via social media pages, website, and also phone numbers. Our website, which is actually under update at the moment. So when you visit our website at www.habeyhomes.com, HABBEY homes.com, what you see there are mostly information about the Ikorodu or the Igbobo project. However, if you visit our social media pages, so basically the website is actually going to be updated anytime, any minute from now. It's currently being worked on to reflect the current project, which is a Lakwe project.
HABBEY homes, right?
Correct. So our email address is abeyhomes@gmail.com. Yes, that's it. So our Facebook page is Habey Homes Properties. Our Instagram account is at Habey Homes, and our Twitter account is Habey_Homes. And there you actually see a lot of our recent advertisements about the Lakwe home and so many other useful information. And also, we also created a frequently asked question page on our website in case people have questions or needs clarification. So all of those are available on our website, basically.
I'm reading some interesting news about these communities, these Lakwe communities. I saw Nigeria's 1.5 billion Lekki ports to be completed first quarter of 2023.
That is the one that is projected to generate 170,000 direct employment. So you can also reach us on phone number, on the Nigerian phone number. Just a minute. Yeah. 08065582739.
Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Yes. That is the number to reach Abby Holmes and begin to plug in tell them what you want. If I were you, I'll get a 4-bedroom. I'm in love with the 4-bedroom. I'm in love with the 4-bedroom.
And
Now,
yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead, sir.
Yeah, I was just going to add one for the four bedroom. I'm sure I explained to you. It actually has an open deck dining area. It has a unique design.
Wow. Wow. An open deck dining area.
Yes.
Ain't that something? Wow. Wow. I just keep saying so
When I say
many
open
things.
deck, that's if you go from the ground floor to the first floor, you actually have like an open area over the dining area, so that the whole of that wall is actually a glass wall.
Wow. Somebody said like loft. Yeah.
Something like that.
One of the news I'm reading about this is this one. It's a little bit ridiculous. It says Sanwo-Olu left furious after discovering that 8 Lagos communities have been without electricity for 6 years. This is Pulse Nigeria. The governor was angry finding out that there are 8 communities in Lagos State, like Lagos State, not Ekiti, Lagos State. 8 communities have not seen electricity in the past 6 years. That's a disaster.
This was exactly what I was explaining, and the reason most of the estate developers that have bought the land in those axes are not able to develop because there is no power. So while we are ready to develop, like next week, they can't develop because there's no power. I don't know when the government is going to provide power. So, but we are not waiting because we don't need that. We are basically going ahead. And if I may also add something very quickly, our homes are actually smart ready.
I went to the Twitter page of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and this is what they got to say. Over the weekend, I had a meeting with traditional rulers of 8 communities in Ibejileki, and what did they say? And it was brought to my attention that the town have been disconnected from electricity for 6 years. This development is unacceptable and it should not happen. That's the Twitter account of the governor, the executive governor of Lagos State. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
So for those that are actually tech savvy, especially with smart this, smart that in the world right now, our homes are actually going to be smart ready. When I say smart ready, it's basically everything is built in, but it's now up to you because we are cautious of issues with hackers and the rest of it. So we want it to be individual apartment owners deciding how smart, to what extent they want their home to be smart. But we will have provided all the underlying templates, ceiling installed, speakers, for example. All of these will have been pre-installed. So our homes are going to be smart ready. It's now up to you how smart, to what extent you want to implement your smart home to be.
Smart refrigerator, smart.
Exactly. Yeah, it's totally up to you. We're even planning biometrics keyless entry as part of the development. So it's a lot of things that we're planning for the estate. So
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Somebody said, "Where is Abby Holmes' office, please?" I'm just joining.
Okay, so do I?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so Abby Holmes' current office is at the show home, is opposite the show home in Igbobo right now. However, we are currently in the process of constructing a site office that is ongoing as I speak. And we are looking to complete that site office in another 2 weeks using our bricks. So anybody that visits the Lakwe land will actually be seeing, will meet something on ground, which is actually, they will see the brick in operation. They'll actually see a standing structure. Being used, being built with bricks, but that is just the site office. So that will become the site office going forward. Oh. But right now, our office is currently at opposite the show home, which is in Igbobo, because the show home is actually opposite our factory, our brick factory. That's in Igbobo, but all of this is basically going to be replicated in Lakwe, starting with the site office, so that when people visit the site, apart from the construction that will be going on, when they visit the site, they actually see, they meet people in the office, and they can be welcomed, and they can be talked through.
Is it name Macaulay? I don't know those areas, to be honest. Where is Macaulay? Is that the name of a place?
The easiest thing to, is it Macaulay? Are you talking about Ikorodu or Lakwe? Which of the two now?
Yeah, exactly. Which Macaulay are you referring to? Ezenwa in Midlands. Which of the Macaulay? Now, so somebody was asking, I saw a question, somebody said, how much is the first deposit? It's 25%. So if you are buying the 40 million, and somebody's like me said, you don't think we will leave Nigeria, where is Lakwell? I'm in your shoe, man. I don't know Lakwell too until when I begin to read about it, and it's a choice place, man. Lakwell is on the island after Ajah Ibeju, Those axes.
A simple Google search will help. Just go to Google and search for Quantum Brick Estate. And then you can zoom out. Then you can see the reference of the location to the beach, and see it to the reference to Lekki Ekpe Expressway. That's basically how it's pretty straightforward. And also the reference to the free trade zone, the refineries, and all the stuffs.
Yes, the free trade zone. You need to go and read about the free trade zone, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go and read about the free trade zone, so you know what is coming to a community where you are about to own your choice home. Now, I saw somebody write the other time, like, how much is the initial payment? If you buy a house of 40 million, for instance, the 4-bedroom that goes for 40 million naira, definitely your initial deposit will be 10 million naira. And then in 6 months, you pay another 10 million. And then in 18 months, you pay another 10 million. And then in 24 months, first initial, and then 6 months after, you pay another 10 million. You just break 40 million into 4 places. That's it. Into 4 places. So it's 40 million. That is easy to do the math. 10 million, 10 million, 10 million, 10 million. So in 2 years, you are done, and you are moving to a brand new, fully furnished house with uninterrupted power supply in Nigeria, not Miami.
And beachfront.
Yeah, at the beachfront. You can't beat that. Now, one of the things I was searching for in my search is something that is really interesting, which I will want to make reference to. I searched for properties in Lakwe, and I found one which is not even available. One thing, but he said it's even not available at the moment. And this is a 3-bedroom flat. 3-bedroom flat is being rented out, not sold, for 5.8 million at the moment. 5.8 million for a 3-bedroom flat apartment. You see that? This is what I just searched for it. This is 3-bedroom flat for rent for 5.8 million. This is the house. And the interesting part is that you will feel like, who the hell is renting a house for 5.8 million? It shocked me back home to find out that this house is fully rented out. They don't even have anything available at the moment. That's what the thing tells me. It said not available. Want it back on? 5.8 million. Now, simple mathematics. If you rent that for 4 years, you are wasted. Wow. Wow. 1 minute to Dangote Refinery. Now, this is the same place where they're asking you to buy a house of 34, starting from 34 million, 36 million, and 40 million, where rent is already ranging 5 million. The payment is spread across for 2 years. 2 years payment plan. Somebody asked a question. Kamila ti dé o, Kamila ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àwọn Yorùbá nation people, wọ́n ti dé o. I need to fire the Yoruba nation people. I will call Chief Sunday Igboho today and report all of you. You come and stress me out with this Yoruba nation. Oh, okay. Okay. And you need Yoruba nation. You must don't use Chief Sunday Igboho. You know he's my friend now. If I take him, Nigeria or Yoruba? Is it Nigeria? Is it going to be in Nigeria or is it going to be in Yoruba nation? Just call your own compound, whatever nation you want to call it, okay? Yeah, somebody asked me, said, hope the price is fixed as agreed from the start to when the key are handed over to the buyer. That's very important. Those are concerns. Like I told you, I was speaking with a friend before I get on this show who was telling me he bought the land and it was supposed to be an instrumental payment. Probably he had a couple of defaults in payment, and now they are saying he has to pay almost 3 times the amount of what the cost of the land is. Meanwhile, she has paid good amounts, and now they are charging her like extra. It's like technically you'll be buying this land for this X amount, buying the land of 700,000. Now they are saying the land is 2.5 million. So we just say 2.5 minus 700 you have paid, minus whatever you have paid is what you are owing. And it becomes an argument. I say, well, don't worry if you can't pay that. Let's go and give you another property in Abeokuta. Not even sensible Abeokuta. Not even Lafewa, not Shakon, not any sensible Abeokuta. Is those ones that is going to Egbado. All those ones that on the road to Imeko, Alamala, all those ones where they used to kill Amraba in those days. That's where they want to go and give her. So now, this potential homeowner says, hope the price will be fixed. You know, when they talk to, okay, they say the value is going up and the house is going up and something is changing. They just want to feel comfortable.
So the answer to that question is pretty straightforward. The current price is what we call introductory off-plan sales price. And even from my experience in the West, we all know that when houses are sold off-plan, they are usually lower than the true market value, because they are trying to encourage potential investors to bring their money and invest. So that by the time the construction is going on and is completed, they already have some added return on investment on their investment. So it's exactly the same way. So it's an off-plan price. So what it means is, as the construction goes on, for all those that will have keyed in at the off-plan price, we have about 90 apartments to sell, by the way. within the estate. So, but
90 units.
yes, 90 units,
So
and
you have
there's a
89.
potential to actually expand
Remove my
it
own inside.
further.
Remove my own inside. So you have 89. 89.
So the idea is to continue to expand the green space. It's like we are trying to create a green bubble. Here you get. So we'll continue to expand the green space. So, but we'll start with 90 for now. But obviously, we are going to be selling them in phases. So let's be very clear. So, but for those that will have bought in at the off-plan sales price, which is what we are listing it for at the moment, they are already in a jackpot situation. So one, they already, I mean, they've already cashed in at return on investment up to about 20-30% of the actual market value at this entry price. Then by the time the construction is going to be completed, obviously, even we as a company, we cannot determine what the value of the property is going to be at the time. It is the market forces that determine what the price will be at the time. And this is also the reason you're going to be entering into a contract. So by the time you show your interest, we send you some documentations, you sign, we send you contract. So basically, we enter into a contract. And that contract specifically is going to state how much you are buying the property for. So there's no way you will have bought it at off-plan price, and then 18 months down the line, we'll not tell you the price has changed. We're not that kind of company. We won't do that. So it is the price that you have bought it at, based on what is in the contract that we will be offering you. That is the price that is going to stay at till you take possession.
That's very nice.
I
Now,
hope that answered the question.
yeah, definitely. Now this, let's say the 4-bedroom that is, as of today, going by the dollar rate that they give us, I think I changed dollar recently, is about $87,000 by my own calculation. And then you put that in divided by 4, that's about $21,000, $22,000 initial deposit, and then you do that 4 times. You already own a house. This house right now I don't care where it is in America, the quality of what you are having right now is nothing less than $250,000. I don't care where. Oh, maybe let's say you are going to buy a house in Missouri. Oh yeah, so it can't be less than 200. So this is the war part of America. Now it is something, so you can do the conversion in your whatever currency your country is, because I know Abefe robot is in one country next to heaven. After that country is paradise. So, do your conversion by yourself. Now, before we go again, now all of the information that you need to know about Quantum Homes, Quantum Brick Estate, will definitely, constantly be uploaded on all my platform. All of it you are going to have enough of the resources, and I will be, answering your questions, and those that I needed to revert back to Mr. Biodo, I will definitely do so. And their number is still pinned down right there on the Facebook page, where you can reach them at any point. I really think that it is something that you should, jump at. No right thinker should let this slide. I don't know what is wrong with you, why you should not jump at it. God will make it possible for you. It will make it easy for you. It's for me, it's a launch. I just want to start. I just jump out today to just quickly do this, so that subsequently you are going to hear me make a lot of noise. You must own a house. I told you guys from January, said this year we are not talking too much. We are taking action. We are taking action, and you will not let any excuses. You see that the first deposit, you will have it. You will have it. You will start something significant this year. This year will be different. Thank you very much, Mr. Biodun. Now, one more time before we leave, I want you to, call all of those contact informations again, and I will roll all of these things while you're calling those, contact details and how they can reach you. And subsequently, you can always, you're going to have it, all of them on I will put all the information out there from today. And, but Mr. Bennett, call us the email address, the website, and the phone number to reach you on, and all your social handles.
Okay, so the
begin to
email, the company website again is www.habbeyhomes.com. The email address is habbeyhomes@gmail.com. The Facebook page is Habbe Homes Properties. The Twitter handle is Habbe_Homes. Instagram handle is Habbe Homes. And the contact phone number is 080 6558 2739. 080 6558 2739. May I also say that very quickly that we have limited slots for the off-plan sales, because we also have to remember that the prices we are listening right now are almost way below the market value, so it won't stay at that price for too long. So we have a certain amount that we're planning to sell at that price. The moment we hit that price, I mean that number, potentially the price will change. But whoever will have come in at that price, at that entry price, yeah, is already secured, basically.
Thank you very much, Mr. Biodun. This is great.
It's my pleasure.
This is great. This is a project that I'm really proud of. Thank you so much, sir. We will be definitely constantly reverting back to you, periodically bring. As well, I know that your schedule is a little bit tight, and it should be tight. You can't be working on a project like this and not have a tight schedule. Ladies and gentlemen, I've entered it. I will frustrate Facebook with this noise. You must own the house, okay? Thank you very much, Mr. Biodun. We would definitely. I know my people. I trust them. They know good things. They like good stuff. Somebody said we patronize because of Victor. Oh, thank you. Go ahead. Patronize because of me and do yourself a favor. Own the house, okay? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
We're happy to be of service.
Come back. Yeah, thank you very much. I will see you guys on Monday. Thank you for joining. I know it's pretty late right now in some part of the world, but listen, you guys are the bomb. It's only you can do it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you Monday. God bless you.
produced it. AK Marv produced it.